A mayoral candidate being challenged. The saga surrounding embattled South Suburban politician Tiffany Henyard continues.
Mayoral candidate will be on the general election ballot despite an attempt to block her candidacy by an ally of current Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who is...
Hold onto your hats, folks, because the political drama unfolding in Thornton Township, Illinois, is juicier than a celebrity divorce. We're diving headfirst into the scandalous world of Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, a woman whose reign has been less about public service and more about a whirlwind of lawsuits, accusations, and enough questionable spending to make your head spin. Get ready, because this is a story that's wilder than anything you've seen on reality TV. Tiffany Henyard, the self-proclaimed super mayor of Dolton and supervisor of Thornton Township, is facing a full-blown political meltdown. It all started with a series of canceled township meetings, 5 in a row, thanks to a lack of quorum. Now, before you think this is just some bureaucratic blip, consider the stakes. Henyard is threatening to shut down the entire township government. That means no more assistance programs for seniors, no after-school activities for kids, and potentially over 100 people losing their jobs. This isn't just a political spat, it's a potential humanitarian crisis.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard was not at the hearing here today. Neither was her attorney, and she was not made available for a comment.
Henyard claims the meetings are being sabotaged by trustees who are trying to block her appointments. These trustees, they say, are worried about Henyard's alleged financial mismanagement, a concern echoed by many residents. They're worried that Henyard, already under the watchful eye of the FBI, might use her power to appoint someone who will help her cover up past indiscretions. This isn't just about politics, it's about accountability. The trustees are playing hardball, and they're not backing down. But Henyard's not one to go down without a fight. She paints a picture of a conspiracy, claiming the trustees are deliberately trying to cripple the township to undermine her. She points to the canceled holiday toy giveaway, a beloved tradition now a casualty of the political warfare. The township buildings could close, leaving residents without vital services. Henyard's supporters are furious, accusing the trustees of neglecting their duties and leaving vulnerable residents in the lurch.
Lights are off behind me, the doors are locked here, and there's a sign on the building right now that says it's closed. For how long? Neither residents nor employees know at this point.
The drama doesn't end there. Henyard herself is facing electoral challenges. Her allies have successfully removed some of her opponents from the ballot, a move that reeks of political maneuvering. But Henyard is also fighting to get her name back on the ballot after losing a Democratic caucus vote. She claims voter suppression, alleging that her supporters were locked out of the caucus meeting while supporters of her opponent were allowed inside. This isn't just a fight for power, it's a fight for the very integrity of the election process.
It's the right way. Illegal!
The FBI investigation casts a long shadow over this entire saga. Subpoenas have been issued to Henyard, her political committee, her cancer charity. Yes, you heard that right. Her boyfriend, relatives, trustees, and even her defunct burger business. The allegations of financial mismanagement are serious, and the FBI's involvement suggests that there's more to this story than meets the eye. The investigation isn't just about money, it's about potential abuse of power. And the public is not silent. YouTube comments are exploding with opinions, some calling for Henyard's resignation, others defending her actions. One comment sums up the sentiment of many: this is maddening. Henyard has no respect, therefore deserves no respect. Another commenter is even more blunt: she needs to grow up and step down. Her time in office has been a disaster.
Friday, but was met by this sign.
Okay, here I am, and they disappeared now.
The accusations of financial mismanagement are particularly damning. Reports of lavish trips paid for by taxpayers, questionable Amazon purchases, and a massive general fund deficit paint a picture of reckless spending and a disregard for public funds. These aren't just numbers, they represent potential misuse of taxpayer money, money that could have been used for vital services. The public deserves answers, and the FBI investigation is hopefully going to provide them. But Henyard remains defiant. She claims the attacks against her are politically motivated, a desperate attempt to seize control of the township. She insists she's doing her best to serve the people, despite the chaos and the legal battles. She's fighting for her political career, but also for her reputation. The question is, will the public believe her?
The vote is unanimous. The objector's petition has been withdrawn.
Can't do that. Can't contest everyone that come.
The situation in Thornton Township is a perfect storm of political infighting, financial mismanagement allegations, and a looming government shutdown. The residents are caught in the crossfire, facing potential service disruptions and economic hardship. The FBI investigation hangs over everything, adding a layer of uncertainty and suspicion. The question remains, will Henyard survive this political maelstrom, or will her reign end in disgrace? The legal battles are far from over. Henyard's lawsuit challenging the results of the Democratic caucus is still pending, and the FBI investigation is ongoing. The future of Thornton Township hangs in the balance, and the residents are left wondering who to trust. The political climate is toxic, and the lines between personal vendettas and public service have become hopelessly blurred. The escalating conflict has created a rift within the community, with residents deeply divided in their opinions of Henyard. Some see her as a strong leader fighting against a corrupt system, while others view her as a reckless politician who has abused her power. This division is evident in the passionate comments on YouTube, reflecting the intense emotions surrounding this political drama.
We need some action, somebody that's actually going to do their job. How about that? Somebody that's come in, work for the people, not themselves, and have pictures all over the place.
Beyond the online commentary, the situation has spilled over into the streets of Thornton Township. Whispers of discontent are turning into shouts of outrage at town hall meetings, with residents demanding answers and accountability. Protests have begun to gather momentum, with concerned citizens expressing their frustration over the lack of transparency and the potential impact on essential services. The once quiet streets of Thornton Township are now echoing with the sounds of dissent, a testament to the deep-seated anger and frustration simmering beneath the surface of this political crisis. The normally peaceful atmosphere is now charged with tension as residents grapple with the uncertainty of their future.
We were in Thornton Township today, and that main building was locked. No one was answering the main phone lines, and some services that are offered there are for electric and heating for low-income homes.
Adding fuel to the fire are allegations of intimidation tactics employed by both sides of the conflict. Reports suggest that Henyard's supporters have been actively discouraging residents from speaking out against her, while opponents have allegedly spread rumors and misinformation to damage her reputation. This climate of fear and suspicion further complicates the situation, making it difficult for residents to express their concerns freely. The political battle has transcended the halls of power and seeped into the daily lives of the community members, creating an atmosphere of distrust and division. The normally cohesive community is now fractured with deep-seated animosity between factions.
I'm gonna be in the dark. My apartment is electric. I can't cook.
The potential shutdown of township services further exacerbates the situation, leaving vulnerable residents without access to vital assistance programs. The cancellation of the holiday toy giveaway is a stark reminder of the real-world consequences of the political conflict. The residents are the ones who ultimately suffer the consequences of this political turmoil.
Well, she's one of the most recognizable faces that's been on the news lately. I'm talking about the mayor of Dolton, Tiffany Henyard.
And all of social media.
Yeah.
The accusations of financial mismanagement and the lavish spending raise serious questions about Henyard's accountability and her commitment to serving the public interest. The reports of questionable purchases and a massive budget deficit are deeply troubling, suggesting a lack of fiscal responsibility and a disregard for taxpayer money. These allegations need to be thoroughly investigated, and the public deserves transparency and accountability. Henyard's defiance and her claims of political maneuvering further fuel the controversy. Her insistence that she is the victim of a conspiracy only deepens the divisions within the community. Her unwillingness to find common ground or collaborate with her adversaries merely intensifies the political stalemate. The question remains, is she truly fighting for the people, or is she fighting for her own political survival? The situation in Thornton Township serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of transparency and accountability in government. The ongoing drama highlights the need for effective checks and balances to prevent abuses of power and to ensure that public funds are used responsibly. The residents of Thornton Township deserve better than this political circus. The story of Tiffany Henyard is far from over. The legal battles continue, the FBI investigation is ongoing, and the future of Thornton Township remains uncertain. This is a story that will likely continue to unfold for months, if not years, to come. The question remains, will justice prevail, or will Henyard continue to cling to power? What will be the long-term consequences of this political maelstrom for the residents of Thornton Township? Let's discuss. Thanks for watching.